Okay, so all of my fragrances, which are right here, these three. This one is one that is approved, but I burned it all the way down, so I gotta clean it. So, and then this is one is unscented. So all of these I'm gonna clean. So it's been taking me a while to make these tests because I'm still testing, and it takes like at least 7 days for, you know, them to cure. So that's another thing. And then I'm trying to pace myself because I know I feel like I'm taking a while, but at the same time, I don't need to rush either because I do have to test these individually. I don't want to do more than one at a time, and I need to make sure that they're good in all the ways, and I don't need to rush that either. So after doing the testing and I see which ones I like, which ones I don't like, and which ones work and which ones don't work, I think I made this decision. I think I'm gonna keep with my paraffin wax for the fragrances, like my vanilla or white oak scent. With that scent or certain like that one that works well in the paraffin, it doesn't work good here. So with the ones that work good in my paraffin, I'm gonna keep in my paraffin. I think that's how I'm gonna do it. Unless I just, like I said, want to try the 6006 so I can see wet wax works best for, you know, all of my scents, or at least more than what this can give me. I don't know. The scents are working. It is good smelling. It is safe, and it's burning really clean with little to no soot at all. It looks darker on camera, to be honest, than it actually is. But there's, like I said, little to none. It just looks really bad because this one doesn't even have any, but it looks terrible on camera. Okay, you can kind of see it now. I think it's because of the lids. I can't really clean the inside of those. So I'm gonna clean all of these out and then make some more test candles. And the things I have to wait for those as well. And instead of me going back and forth in the kitchen, I'm gonna finally fill this up, which is why I cleaned it in last vlog. So I'm going to put my wax inside of here and start making some more testers, because that's pretty much the only thing I have to do is like the balancing of trying to get the temperatures for the wax and everything. It's like just put it all in here, you know, weigh it out, and then I already have my fragrance oil measured out with these, and you know, keep like that. The only thing is too is this, in which I still have like I think paraffin wax in here. So with that being the case, I limit myself, but I still only have one pouring pitcher. And since it's individual scents, I still have to clean the pitcher per scent. So that's the thing too, but it shouldn't be too bad. Just a quick clean. I just gotta make sure this doesn't go too high. That's my only concern with this melter, honestly. And I'm also going to be testing this at some point. Since I have a few clean ones, but I do not want to go back and clean those other ones. I have no idea what wick I should use. This one was the same wick single as it was double, so I think I want to try the wick that I use now for my coconut wax double, but I have no idea. But I'm gonna do this at some point as well too, just don't know when, because I need to at least get my scents figured out first, what I want to put in the collection. Oh yeah, and I also forgot to mention, I have a few new scents that I got in from Candle Science's 50% off sale that I've been wanting to get, and one scent is like extremely new, and then two of my scents is scents that I already like and have tested, but I needed some more of. So I needed more 1 ounce samples, so I went and got those, so I just put those over there. But the three new ones I have is watermelon, Paloma, I guess how you say that, and then pink watermelon lemonade. I've already smelled them and they smell like really, really good. Let's see, so this is watermelon. And honestly, I think it's just some of the notes or the base notes are the same as those scents. So they do remind me of other scents, but they're still different in their own way. And Paloma smells good. It just smells more of like a floral and those bathroom scents I'll be talking about, but better. It still smells like the bathroom scents that I do not like. But it has a hint of like a fruity smell to it. It still has a good smell to it. It's like, it's blended to where I can smell both of them. And then we got pink watermelon lemonade, which I think smells really good. Yeah, it smells really good. I do get not exactly pink lemonade, but not watermelon either. I guess that's why it smells the same. I didn't realize that because it should have both watermelon scent notes in it, so that makes sense. But I do like all of them, honestly. And black cherry is what I had from my last batch. I don't like it. It doesn't smell good to me. It smells okay out the bottle, but it's just not for me. Now I do have another black cherry scent. Flowers one is actually midnight blackberry, so it is like the same thing. Okay, so typically with this melter, it gets blocked at the spout and it gets blocked inside of the spout, inside the melter. And this is the spout down here. So you have to stick something in there to get that solidified wax out. Or you can use a heat gun, but I don't want to melt anything. And also this makes sense just to poke it and clear the way because it's nothing but wax. So I did that a few times. Actually, I had to keep starting and stopping the recording. So I just did it like this. So I actually did pretty good. It's pretty high. I think it got to 160. I had it on the number 2, but then I put it on 3 just to go ahead and heat it up some more. And it was around like 160 Fahrenheit. I didn't put all the wax in, I just put enough in there to where it wouldn't smoke and stuff like that. So I closed everything up, turned the vents on and everything because I didn't want that smoke getting out because it gave us headaches last time, just that smoke down in there. So I did that to make it easier on me so I could batch make either my testers or just candles in general. So I was thinking about using this that I got from AliExpress that I got a little while ago. And I'm thinking, go ahead, put this on a scale, weigh out my wax, and then just pour the fragrance all in here. Well, and just open it up. I hope it don't leak, but I haven't used it yet. But just do this so I can do one-stop shop. Just like, even though it's the same thing as, you know, my regular, it's the same thing, it just be a bit easier to pour. Honestly, just go ahead and clean it out. Put it in here, mix or whatever, you know, add the fragrance, do that, and boom, and just clean it out. So I think it's a bit more efficient, even though it's the same thing as my pouring pitcher, it'll be at least a little bit easier to pour, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, something about that. And I just want to go ahead and show y'all that I want to go ahead and add the wax in here. So when I am making more testers, in which I planned on doing, that's why I have all my measuring cups out. But then I realized, like I showed y'all earlier, but that was before I left the house, so I didn't end up cleaning out those jars that are over here. I didn't end up cleaning them out, so I'm not able to make any of my testers yet. So I just go ahead and made the regular old tester for my double jars and whatnot, because I kind of made my mind up, like I already told y'all, the 9-ounce jars, and then my other, I think my 16-ounce jars. I already made my mind up, but I am gonna keep these for testing purposes, even though I do have a whole nother box over here of 12 that I do want to get rid of by making candles out of. So I do want to do that. I can just sell them. I can do that, honestly, but I'm using them as testers right now just for, you know, the fragrances and also, you know, to see what wicks work in these. So I'm using my CD wicks. I didn't use the same wick that I use in my single wick jars. I'm using the lower ones that I had bought a recipe for a while ago. So I'm using those CD wicks. So we're gonna see about that. And I didn't even warm it up all the way to 200 like you're supposed to, because I'm not adding fragrance in this. I needed it liquefied so I can go ahead and make a double wick candle out of it. And boom. And honestly, with this wax, I probably could be able to single wick it. Honestly, I probably could be able to single wick it. Even though I know this wax has a thing about not really getting all the way to the walls, but I think it is possible to single wick this, and which I honestly don't mind. Of course I would prefer a single wick, double wick. I think that does have more value in it, so I can charge it for more, even though I can do that anyway because it's a bigger candle. But I can also charge it more because one, it's a higher scent throw because of the 2 wicks, and I'm using more materials, and it's double wick. So it is a marketing, you know, tactic too, as it adds more value in it, you know, as well. Like I said earlier, I touched on it, but I didn't really go too deep into it. I'm going to continue with this coconut wax. It does work for already majority of my existing scents in my collection, except for the exception of one of them, which was my vanilla oak candle. So I am going to probably just use 2 different waxes like Black Tie Born does, you know, because not all waxes will perform the best with all fragrances. So if there's a fragrance that I really want to use but it doesn't work well in that wax, I'm gonna use my second one. So until I find a wax that does well with majority of all of my fragrances, then I switch to that. But for right now, whatever works best in whichever wax is what I'm going to be using. And honestly, I'm also thinking about changing the second wax from paraffin to maybe another coconut or whatever else, maybe 6006. I don't know, whatever else does good with the fragrances that do not work with this wax. But realistically, at that point, if I do that, it will make sense to test all of my same fragrances all over again in that next wax to see, do all of them work over there? Because honestly, I don't really like the fact of having more materials and inventory to keep up with. I don't really like that, of having to keep track or, you know, make candles and just regardless, just having 2 different waxes and recipes to keep up with. I don't want to do all that, to be honest. I think it's not efficient. But you have to look at it on the realistic side. If I want to use these scents, which honestly is not many of them, that is only my vanilla scent that worked in my original formula, or well, that is my original formula. Honestly, I think that's the only one so far that I will probably keep in my paraffin candles. Honestly, I think it's the only one. So I honestly am thinking about maybe trying a different coconut wax or maybe a different wax in general and seeing do those same scents work over there so I can still offer, you know, clean burning or just non-paraffin or paraffin-free candles overall. But if I do use a different wax, I should honestly test them all over again just to see do all of them work in that wax. Okay, so I forgot to actually get the, it's still kind of warm, but I forgot to get the wax weight that I poured in here, and which it should be around, oh no, yeah, because I was inventory said I was gonna put 9 ounces, but glad I remember, thank God I remember it's actually 10 ounces. I forgot to weigh it out. I just put the wax in there, but I need that for my inventory website to keep up with my materials. So I'm going to have to tear it out and put everything on there to see how much it actually weighs. Okay, so it was 10 on the dot. I figured because it was around the rim, but it was 10 on the dot. This one was kind of like the right side was out of the little tightening piece. If you can see there, it was out of the sides and the middle piece. So I think it is a little bit further over than I would want, but I think it's fine for the most part. And it's still pretty warm as well, especially at the bottom. I don't know how irritated I am. That's why I don't use this shit. That's why I don't use it, and it irritated the butt. So I'm just in here, just heating it back up, trying again, just doing it this way. I just want to do another tester in which y'all see me make that double wick tester, the scented one yesterday, in which I have burning. I'm gonna go show y'all that now. It's been burning since 12 in the afternoon after I got home from getting my hair did. Of course, you can't see it because I got this on, but from getting my hair did, in which I finally got my regular locks. I was just getting the fluffy ones for a minute. But yeah, so I just want to do something. Like, I've been wanting to make those candles, in which I told y'all, I think last night or 2 days ago, but obviously I didn't like have those jars clean, so I just ended up making like a single wick tester, no, a double wick unscented tester and whatnot instead, just because I want to go ahead and do something and then put that wax inside of my melter, and which I shouldn't have done that, because one, I'm not even batch making, so I don't even know why I did that. Two is like, the problem is because most melters, you know, do that the dripping thing, you know, because Urban Wanderlust, when she was making candles, hers did that, and she had a catch cup. Memory Box Candle Co. has a catch cup too, so it's understandable and it makes sense. It's just that I don't have a stand for my melter, so y'all see me have to pick it up and stuff, which none of that is say y'all don't do that, you know. So it's a good melter, it's just that I don't have a stand for it, so it's a little bit more difficult to use, and it's just a lot of extra stuff I have to do in order to make it work for the most part. So I shouldn't even use it if I'm not even batch making, to be honest. I shouldn't have even done that. To be honest. And with the temperature thing, I'm gonna be honest, that's kind of cool now because I kind of understand a little bit more. And I think once it's at a temperature, like, I think because it gets up to like 240, which is what I had it on, like I had it on like level 3, I think. So once it gets there, it stays. It doesn't just keep going, but it was at 240, so in which you probably don't really want that. But then when I put it down a little bit, I think at halfway point, so like 2.5 or something like that, then it was like 218, so which is not bad because I go past 200, but I have to add a 200. So with me putting it directly inside of my melter like that, to measure it, as you know, I did not heat gun it, and I'm trying to be efficient, and I don't want to have to be doing all of that, adding more to the process to make stuff work. So obviously it cooled down too much. It's like 190, and I'm supposed to pour around like 190, 180, because you're supposed to pour hot. I'm supposed to also add hot too, so that does not help me at all. And I'm surprised, honestly, this melted all the way down and it's still not even at 200 yet. Okay, so it's at 213.8 now. And maybe because I have the dial on 4, I don't know. Or I didn't have the stove, I already preheated.